All right, welcome everybody. It is Saturday and the sun is out, and my grandma's joining us today, which is very exciting. So this is Move, Meditate, and Make a Difference. I'm Amber. If we haven't met before, those of you who are regulars, thank you so much for coming. It means a lot to get to share this with you every morning. Today we're going to do some more kind of relaxation type things. So less intense, but a nice relaxing way to start a weekend of relaxation. But first, we'll move just a little bit. So starting feet together underneath your hips, arms relaxed down at your sides. We're going to take a few breaths in this position. So imagining that your shoulders are right on top of your hips. Your hips are right on top of your heels. Just going to take a breath and exhale. And again, take a breath. Exhale. Let everything tip forward a little bit. So now you feel like your hips and your shoulders and your head are kind of more on top of the balls of your feet or your toes. So you're just tilted a little bit forward. Breathe in that space. It's gonna feel, this might feel more normal to you. People have generally a different place that they like to stand. So just check out, maybe this feels really normal. Maybe this feels like you're gonna fall forward on your face. Okay, you're gonna come back to your heels. So you're gonna try to get your weight onto your heels. This one might feel like you're leaning right way back. Your toes might come up off the floor just a little bit. See what that feels like, breathing in that position. And now you're gonna come to the middle of your foot. So you're gonna try and line your weight up along your ankle bones, basically. Kind of the front of your ankle is where you're gonna try to have your hips and your shoulders, and then your head is just kind of floating right on top of that. So take a couple breaths there. So I'm going to have you just try to keep that feeling of noticing where your weight is on your feet today as we go forward. So arms come up, looking up to the sky, and then arms come back behind you. So we're just going to use the back space. So arms go back and you look up to the sky. And then arms go back again, so you're getting a nice stretch through the front of your chest, which might be sore because we've done a lot of push-ups this week. Again, arms go back and up and back and down. One more time. Back and up, back and down. You're going to let your chin come down towards your chest and roll down a little bit, kind of to your ribs. Maybe roll down to your belly button, and then roll yourself back up. Let yourself look up to the sky, lifting your chest up to the sky, and then we'll roll back down, chin to chest. Relaxing your ribs as you roll down to your belly button. Try to go a little bit further to get to your low back. Notice how your weight shifts on your feet. You might feel it shift backwards. You might feel it shift forward. Just notice, you don't have to change anything, just notice. And then roll yourself back up, moving slowly. If I'm moving too quickly, go slower. You don't have to stay in time with me. Looking up, sending energy up towards the sky. And then one more time, rolling down. This time go as far as you're comfortable. So you might go to your knees. You might go to the floor. Noticing where your weight is on your feet. breathing. It doesn't have to be your most extreme stretch, just the bottom of the stretch that you're at right now. Nice. And then rolling back up.
We're gonna start stepping side to side. Soft knees, just softening your body into the floor. Then let your legs come back underneath you. They were a little bit wider. And then let them step out wide again. And then step in. And then step wide. And then step in. And then step wide. Now you're going to try going step forward. So we're just warming up. One leg and then the other leg. One leg and then the other leg. It can be small. It might just be stepping forward. It can be a little bit bigger so that you're getting a knee bend. Maybe your back heel is coming up almost into a lunge. And I forgot to set my timer. Keep going.
It can be your timer.
Okay. And we're going to go to the side with that little bit bigger of a step. So it can stay small. Just make it a little bit bigger. Or it can be knee goes to the side. Knee goes to the side. We'll just do a couple more here.
Mommy, one of awesomeness is that.
Okay.
I got this right in its face.
Good. Now, standing centered again. Find your balance on your feet. One arm goes forward and you're going to twist. We're going to do that again. So you're just going to twist from side to side. Let there feel a little bit of momentum as you twist, as your arms swing. Now you're going to try to get your arms to circle all the way so they come all the way up to the ceiling. And as you twist, and it's okay, if this doesn't make any sense at all, just keep doing what we were doing. You can do it. Yeah. Okay, now we're going to go the other way. So you're going to twist and up. Twist. Twist. It's like your arms are dropping.
Mommy.
Let's go to the first way again. Start with your arms up. They're going to drop and swing around.
600 million dollars.
They drop and come up.
I mean.
They drop and come up. Look to the other direction. Again, it's okay. You can just be swinging if you got lost. Twist, drop your arms, come up. And up. One more time, and up. Okay, then just swinging your arms like this. Let's just move our legs a little bit like that. You can add a little bit of run to it if that's comfortable. Otherwise, you can just vigorously swing your arms. Add a little bit of a bounce. Just gonna go for like 30 more seconds here, just to get your heart going a little bit. It's okay if you're not bouncing, you can just be shifting from side to side. Give me 10 more seconds. You can imagine you're running through the forest or through a crowd of people if that would feel good. I would actually prefer the forest, but okay, so arms are going to come up to the ceiling. Bringing your hands together. You can't see mine, but my hands are together. Legs are together. Reaching your arms toward the ceiling. You're going to breathe in this posture. So inhale. And exhale. Imagine that you're connecting the sky to the ground. You can feel that energy spiraling through your body.
Functioning, Mama.
One more breath.
Functioning.
And then arms come down. You're gonna step your legs wide. We're gonna do a forward bend. So if you're worried about getting lightheaded, you can always do this with a chair. And I have a little chair, I forgot the big chair, but I'll show you with the little chair. So you're gonna curl forward, and you can always stop yourself and just be more in this position. If I can have a bigger chair here too, so that I'm finding a forward bend, but you don't have to get all the way down to here. You can give yourself a support here. So everybody roll forward. And you're gonna hang out in this relaxed position. And you're gonna breathe. And I'm gonna have you bring your attention back to your feet while you're breathing. And just notice where your weight is on your foot. Does it go through your heels? Does it go through your toes? And you can play with a little bit. You can shift from front to back. And it's subtle changes. And it works if you have your arms on a chair, that works too. Just relaxing into the position. Breathing. We're gonna hang out here for a little while because we're not gonna jump into anything fast, so we can just hang out.
Mommy,
You can bend your right knee just a little bit. And you feel how that changes the stretch on your left side. Breathing. Then straightening your right leg and bending your left leg. So finding that stretch. A little bit more stretch around your right leg, around your right thigh. Then straightening your left leg. I'm going to have you bend both knees, and you're going to ever so slowly roll yourself up. Take your time, finding your equilibrium, finding that middle spot on your foot so that you're stacking your hips and your shoulders and your head all up on top of that middle spot on your foot. So you're gonna step your right foot, if you're mirroring me, it's gonna point away, parallel to the camera. Your other foot's gonna go straight towards the camera. So this is what your feet are doing. Now, your left hip's gonna move sideways. And we're gonna tilt sideways. So I'm gonna show you the sideways view. It's like I'm in a little tiny hallway or a little tiny house. And you can just come this far. You don't have to go very far. You can just hang out here if you want. You can also keep going till your hand gets down to your hip. So all of these are great options. You might be just up here. You might not even have your hand up there. You might be just doing a little bit of a stretch here, sending your hip sideways. You can also tip down. Now, bring your attention back to your feet. What are your feet doing? Breathe. Feel how you can connect from the sky through your fingertips down into the ground through your feet. Lengthening your spine as if it was reaching toward the sky. You can even look up to the sky. Then ever so slowly, you're gonna come back up. And you're gonna switch your feet. So your right foot goes forward. Your left foot goes out. So they're kind of making a 90-degree angle. Then your right hip goes sideways. Then you're gonna tip down. You might just tip this much. That's okay. Find that tip, really noticing this crease through here. You can also keep going. Sending your hips sideways so that your back stays really flat. It almost feels a little bit like my hips going backwards, though I'm staying really narrow so that I'm still in that little tiny hallway. Breathing. Just gonna change position again, keep breathing. Extending through the tips of your fingers, out the top of your head. Check in on your feet. What are your feet doing? Breathing. You can look up to the sky if you want. One more breath. And then ever so slowly, starting with your feet, pressing yourself back up to standing. Okay, we're gonna come down on the floor. We're gonna hang out on the floor for our last 3 minutes. So come on down. You're gonna bring the soles of your feet together. They may be out in front of you. Your knees may be high. If you don't get down on the floor, you can do this sitting in your chair. Just don't worry about the position that your legs are in. Just follow what I do with my upper body. So you're gonna slide your feet in as close as they will come to your pelvis. It's gonna be different for everybody. Your goal is to relax your knees. If you want, you can put pillows under your knees. That can give them an easier time relaxing. You're just gonna sit here for a moment. We're gonna lift our torso up. So now we're finding that same connection through the middle of our head and down through the center of our pelvis. You can hold on to your feet. You might have your hands back here to help you sit up. All of that is fine, and you're gonna breathe. And now you get to make a circuit through your feet, because now your feet are touching to each other. So just imagine you've completed a circuit, and with your breath, you get to feel that energy circle through your body. So again, inhale, exhale. One more time, inhale. And exhale. Now you're gonna let yourself curve forward. It may be a small curve. It doesn't have to be a big curve. You're gonna go as far forward as you can comfortably. You're gonna start to feel a stretch through your inner thighs. You may feel some stretch in your upper back. You can put a pillow underneath you here if you have like a big couch pillow, if that feels good. And you're gonna breathe in this position, letting your head relax. With each breath, inhale. On the exhale, you're just gonna imagine that you're melting. You're melting into your support structure. The ground, your skeleton, your family, your friends. Take an inhale. And exhale. One more time with the inhale. And exhale. We're gonna do one more exercise before I turn it over to Jessie. So you're gonna bring your legs into a comfortable position. They might be wide, they might be close. You're gonna wrap your arms around your legs. So, and it doesn't have to be in close, it can be wide. If you can't get your legs, just wrap your arms around your torso. We're giving ourselves hugs. So you're gonna wrap as tight as you can, head relaxed. First thing you're gonna do is a deep inhale. So you inhale And feel your inhale stretch your ribs from the inside. So inhale deep into your ribs. And exhale and let everything relax and melt. Again, inhale. This is the hug. Squeeze, inhale, hug. And exhale, feeling everything melt. We're going to give 2 more hugs. So inhale, squeeze yourself, give yourself and everybody love, everybody a big, huge hug. And exhale. One more time. Squeezing everything. Inhale. And exhale, letting everything relax. And that was the end of Move. Jesse will now join us for Meditate.
Mommy, can you stay with me?
Everyone can stay on the floor. No need to get up.
We're going to do.
We're on your chair. He's fine. So, welcome everybody. If you're new, we do a little meditation at the end of each, well, actually in the middle of these sessions. And this week we've been working on getting in touch with our senses. And this is the last day of that. And today we're going to be working on the sense of sight. It's a challenging one. And before we get too much into that, let's just have everyone get into a good posture. You could be seated on a chair or on the floor. Your spine should be upright, but relaxed. Attentive, but not tense. And we're going to start with our eyes closed, as we normally do. And find your breath. Your breath should be natural, not forced to go any slower or any faster than it wants to go. You're just paying attention to your breath. As you get settled into your breath, into your full, relaxed posture, bring your attention to your vision, even as your eyes are closed. What does the back of your eyelids look like? And now we're going to open our eyes. And this is the particularly challenging part. As you open your eyes, you keep your attention on your posture, your breath. When our eyes are open, we're receiving quite a lot of information, which is why many meditation practices have you close your eyes. But I think it's also good to practice in more of a normal state of mind so that we can bring it into the rest of our day. So your eyes are open, you're noticing all the sights come in. Just noticing your breath. No need for extra strain or effort. If you start to get confused or think about other things. Just bring your attention back to your breath, how your breath moves in and out. If there's any ambient noise in your house, like there is in mine, that's all part of it. Just be accepting of whatever is here. One more minute. Bringing your sense of vision into one panorama. Try to see everything at once. Don't focus on any one thing. One sight. And as we're finishing, let's close our eyes again. And as you close your eyes, notice if anything changes in your posture, your physical posture, your psychological posture, your emotional posture. Ready? Close your eyes. And one more time, we're going to open our eyes and we're going to try to keep our breath rhythm even, smooth, and natural, even as we make that change into eyes open. Ready? And open your eyes. Could you do it? It's hard. It's really hard to meditate with your eyes open, but it's good to practice it. So make a difference. We did the move, we did the meditate. Now we're on the third M. And this is the one that all the boys like to join us for. So here we go.
Oops.
All right.
There's no room.
No room on the chair. Okay.
Okay.
So the make a difference for today is simply forgive yourself. Forgive yourself if you have coping mechanisms you're utilizing. Could be ice cream, whatever it is.
Ice cream?
Yeah.
Maybe it's reruns of a sitcom that you wish weren't what you were watching. But it's okay. Forgive yourself your coping mechanisms.
Yeah, and probably it's not the best time to take on hardcore new diets or fasting regimens or anything like that. So forgive yourself, be good to yourself. And one logistical point, Zoom has been having difficulty with people coming on. It's called Zoom bombing, and some delinquents come on and they interrupt people's classes or whatever they're teaching. And so Zoom is making it mandatory to have passwords, but only if you're going to the Zoom app and typing in the number. So if you're using the link to get to our classes, you can still use that without a password. But if you're typing it into the app, you're going to need a password. I've written down everybody who's here today, and I'm going to send out an email about this.
I have a question.
Hold on a second. Hold on a second. And if there is a password, it will be MMM. Okay, and if it's not that, for some technical reason, we'll email you. Okay, so I just want to make sure everybody can keep getting to our meetings. And if you have any trouble with that, just email me at jeffy@happyhumanfitness.com.
Capital or small?
Okay, so what did you want to say,
Wait.
Jasper?
For the can't people just put in random passwords?
It makes it harder to guess. If there's a password, they'd have a hard time guessing.
Yeah, it makes it a lot harder.
They could but there's so many people doing Zoom.
I'll tell you
A
what.
random password would
We'll go
We're
chat
going to
with
change
people
to our
about
chatting
this.
location.
Thanks for coming, everybody. We'll see you on Monday.
Yeah, don't push anything yet.
Is it lowercase or uppercase?
Hi, Fiona.